Hey guys, it's Steve on the Guru Brew. Today's show is about my laptop won't turn on. I get this question asked a lot, and as a repair tech, I have a lot of questions for that person. So, in this video, what I hope to do is make you aware of those questions, and maybe it will help you to fix your own computer. And if not, it'll give you something to go on to communicate with a repair tech. It's very important to start with the basics and basically start with the power plug and work your way into the laptop itself. So let's get started. The main thing is it won't turn on. Now, what does this mean exactly? Are there no fan noises? Are there no lights? Is there no sound at all? These are things that you have to check first. Now, if that's true, if the thing is completely dead, I mean, no lights, no fan, no sounds, nothing, start with the plug and work your way forward. Is the power supply that plugs into the laptop good? Is the light on? Have you tried another power plug? That would be the first thing. You would be surprised how many power packs can go bad, the actual charger, and that's what it turns out to be. Now, if there are lights on the machine, are they blinking? And what lights are blinking? Remember, Google is your friend. A lot of times there'll be a diagnostics type situation on the keys, and maybe the shift light will blink 3 times when you first plug it in, or the caps light will blink. All these things can be a clue to what's happening, and if you look up your model number online, you're going to have to use another computer if your computer is broke, but you can actually figure out what these blinks mean, and it's possibly a code, and it will tell you exactly. I know that HP has some codes built into their caps lock key, and if it has a problem booting, it'll blink so many blinks and then wait and then blink, and it might mean a hard drive failure or something like that, and that would really point you in the right direction. Another thing to consider when you turn it on, does the screen have anything on it at all? Is it flashing a message? Is it going to a all text screen, or is it turning blue? And is there a code on the screen? A code that flashes before you is another great clue, and a lot of times there'll be an error code associated with it, and the error code is so long that a lot of people will just ignore that and say it was a blue screen. What was on the blue screen? Well, if you write those numbers down, you can also Google those. Remember, Google's your friend, and look them up, and it might tell you exactly what is wrong with this machine. Another thing to consider is, what were you doing the last time that it worked properly? How did it shut off? Did you drop it? Is it a possibility that somebody dropped it and put it back and didn't tell you? Does it turn on and everything acts normal except, there's nothing on the screen? What you could do with that is actually take a flashlight. A lot of times what will happen with older computers is there's a power inverter in here, and there's also an LCD backlight. And it'll look like the screen is completely black, even though everything works and it beeps and it seems to power up, but you can't see anything. If you take a flashlight, I don't have a flashlight here, but pretend like this is one, and you go into a dimly lit room and you point the flashlight like this at an angle and look at the screen, you might be able to see the windows, here. Another thing that you can do is plug it into an external monitor here and see if you're getting anything on a separate monitor. And if so, those types of things would indicate that you have either burned out bulbs in your LCD or a bad inverter, or both. These kind of things have to be figured out, and this is the best way, is to Kind of like just break it down and figure it out like that. Another thing that you can do if it's behaving, it's not powering up at all, is pull the battery out, unplug the power adapter, take the battery completely out of it, put the power adapter back in and try to turn it on. And again, look for these signs, listen for fan noises, and see if anything blinks on the screen. If something blinks on the screen really quickly, you can always use the pause key to pause it so you can read it and write it down. A lot of times what will happen is an error message will pop up, but it was so quick you miss it. If you find the pause key on the keyboard, get ready for it, stop it. And then, if that doesn't work, put the battery back in and try it again. I mean, these are all things that you can do that are simple, and you can get a better sense of what might be wrong with it. Another thing that can happen sometimes is the screen's not coming on, but it acts normal. And what happens is the wires that go through this hinge area get disconnected or loose or broken. And sometimes you can wiggle the top of the laptop and actually get things to come on the screen. And if you can open it up and close it like this and something flickers on the screen, that would indicate that there's a loose connection or a bad wire, and that's also a big help. Remember, when you're communicating, if it's something that you can't fix and you need to communicate with a repair shop, you're going to pay a lot less money if you can lead them to the spots quicker. And if they have to do all this preliminary work that I'm telling you about now that you can do, and verbally tell them or write it down for them, it's going to save you money because you're going to save those guys time. I've seen laptops that don't come on because someone has left a flash drive in them, or they've left a CD in the drive. If your laptop's not coming on or it's making noises and it's not booting the Windows, make sure that there's no flash drives in there or other cards, and take out any CDs. That might be another reason why. If you're just not getting any power at all and you've checked the plug and that seems good, and you're not getting any fan noises and no flashing lights, it's time to take it to the repair shop and see if they can look at it for you and put a cap on their spending, to call before they do the work. If you think it's going to be over 150, let me know, or don't do the work or whatever. That's another good tip, because they're going to want to give you an estimate after they look at it for sure. If your laptop is booting up but it's not going into Windows, it might just be simply a case of needing to be restored. Perhaps the hard drive has a bad partition on it, or you have a virus. And you can look through my videos. I have tons of videos on my channel that you can look through that teach you how to restore all the major names like Acer and Dell and HP. So look for those. If you're getting an error message that says no boot device found, it could mean that there's a bad hard drive in the machine, or it could mean that there's a old CD in the drive or a flash drive that it's trying to boot off instead. So check those first before you assume there's a hard drive problem. So those are just a few tips and considerations that I wanted to run you through before you let somebody know about your laptop that doesn't boot up. If you can do some of the legwork, you might actually run into how to fix the problem. Like I said, Google's your friend. If there's error messages or flashing lights, it can lead you right to the problem just by Googling what you see. So thanks for watching. I hope you got some use out of this video. We'll see you next time real soon. Be sure to look through my other videos on this channel and the Guru Brew channel. I'll put a link up here. We have tons of repair videos for self-help on laptops and other computers. So I wish you luck. Thanks for watching. I hope this video helped you out. If it did, please leave us a thumbs up and a comment if you wish. If you have your own question that you would like answered, please head over to the gurubrewshow.com website, click on the Ask a Tech link, and leave a question, and maybe we'll answer it in an upcoming show. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.